Yes, the hell of truth. Here on Conspire, in which everything is real, apart from my name, John Smith. Entirely living off the grid. No phone. They pay me in cash. I don't have a social security number. I am wearing a mask. Why? Well, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you. And, no one wants to broadcast to corpses. But let's just say, I have a lot of friends and a lot of enemies in very high places. The people who pull the strings are the people you know. Not President Lawton, but the guy who tells him what to say. Joe Lawton, by the way, went to the same grad program at the University of San Fierro that the man who invented the credit default swap system went to. Now, our economy is in the shitter, and they're all rich. Not complex, not difficult, just join the dots. They were in the same fraternity in college. That fraternity liked to get pledges to exhume the bodies of famous people. Who did Joe Lawton, your president, exhume? His own father, of course, Senator Lawton. Nepotism, money, and covert connections to power. Blink, and you miss them. And that's why they put pepper in the water supply, to make you blink. What does blinking cause? Come on, you know this. Distrust. When was the last time you talked to someone who blinked a lot? You don't trust a word they say, blinky-ass bastard. Anyway, let's hit the phones. You're being traced by government forces as we speak, trying to irradiate your testes. Glad to have you on the show. Shoot.
Yeah, I want to talk about global warming. Global warming is a real estate hoax to drive up the prices of mountain properties.
Interesting idea.
It's a myth. It's a lie. Where I live, the weather is always the same. Every day. It's not getting warmer. Last week was pretty cold. It's always one of four things. Rain, sun, snow, or the other one.
Hail?
No, fire. Anyway, it's a goddamn lie.
Of course it is. The real problem is the next ice age, which will come in about 3 years. They're using global warming as a tool to frighten people into accepting extreme weather. Then, boom, thick ice everywhere, and sled dogs suddenly cost as much as cars. It's a trick by people in the pet industry to finally take down the American automobile industry.
Yeah, well, I never liked dogs anyway.
I don't blame you. Now let's go to Mrs. X on line 7.
Your rant about subliminal advertising is right on the money. Look at what it's doing to our children, especially with tobacco. You can see someone masturbating on a packet of Redwood cigarettes. It's right there in the design. I catch my kids smoking all the time, and they're masturbating while they do it.
Exactly, and we all know who taught them that.
Yeah, their father. I constantly catch him smoking in the garage and masturbating, working on the car my ass.
There are so many lies built into our society that sometimes we just don't want to know the truth. Like how they say syphilis is man-made. No man ever gave it to me. That came from a woman I met at the perfume counter at a department store. Trey, line 3.
There have been a lot of people talking about whether or not we landed on the moon. I don't really give a shit one way or the other, but I tell you what, we better do something about the moon soon. This space program is out of hand. Why are my tax dollars going to a bunch of geeks so they can drive around remote-controlled dune buggies on Mars? We've gotten out of hand with this remote control shit. My mom even has a remote-controlled vibrator.
This whole future is a failure. Chaos is all there is. You're probably saying, well, what's the point if I'm going to die? I could die of a heart attack tomorrow. Who cares about the yard? Let an immigrant do it. I've got some serious things to ponder and worry about, and you'd be correct. Now, on Conspire, we often find that the fans of this show are, like me, model train fans. Yeah. It's lovely to create that great westward expansion into realistic 1/16th scale. The scent of unstoppable progress in the air. A nation being born before it got lost in the mud of political correctness and that great lie that we're all equal. Tiny working signals, a tiny graveyard, trains chugging in circles, creating a tiny model community with the kind of people you like. Hardworking people. You could paint any color you want. No conspiracies here, just progress. Only the way it was meant to be. And the smell of sulfur burning in your nostrils. But more on my model trains in a bit. Right now, we have a very special guest joining the show. She's the author of a new book called Connect the Dots, Conspiracies for Kids. Abigail Grayson is on the show. Abigail,
Thanks so much for having me.
why kids?
Well, I have been researching for years, uncovering some truths and lies perpetuated by the Illuminati, the Skull and Bones people, and the Federal Reserve, and especially science. Do you know that we can trace our DNA back to one couple? Do you know what that means?
I'm afraid not.
That means I can't sleep with you. It would be like sleeping with my brother. We're all related. We're all brothers and sisters, and that is just sick. It's incestuous. It's dirty. It's sick.
Fascinating. But
It's
why is your recent book targeted towards children?
Well, Connect the Dots, Conspiracies for Kids, is an activity workbook and learning tool for young people to learn the truth about how to survive. Now, I targeted it toward kids because adults won't listen to me anymore. They have closed their minds to the truth that I speak. Look! I got an email alert from when people write about me on the internet. This one calls me a psychotic bitch. I know my message is getting across. For this book, I have done a lot of cable access shows. Yeah, big ones. It's catching on.
Well, the chapter on World War II is fascinating.
Yes, it is. It is, isn't it? I know. And kids can color in swastikas while they learn about how Pearl Harbor was an inside job. Yeah, but what I'm really interested in is these secret societies. Did you know a secret society runs our government? It's true. It's in my book. I did the research. Lots of the people in the government even believe that a bearded being existing beyond time will send envoys and children to the earth in order to perform miracles and provide meaning and justify war. Children must be warned of this. I also teach kids about gold and why our paper money is a sham. Now, you should hoard gold in your teeth, rings, necklaces, ingots, John. I'm talking ingots. Think ingots. Gold is the future. Now, I sprinkle gold dust on my food, so I even poop gold. Yeah, so then, when I'm kidnapped, I can poop, I can pick out the gold, and bribe the guard and escape with my freedom. Look, I can show you right now. You want me to show you?
I believe you. You're very resourceful.
Yes, I am.
Your book talks a lot
Thanks.
about urban escape and countermeasures.
Yes, absolutely. Our society is on the point of complete collapse, and children should know about this at all times. Why are we teaching children how to write in cursive and learn mathematic tables? My book teaches kids what to do in case you're on the way to school and you get kidnapped. Do you know how to escape from handcuffs, John? I do. Things can go badly quickly. I mean, you figure out a safe word, but you never know with a guy you met on the internet, so you gotta get out of there fast.
It says here you recommend maintaining weapons caches?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. I have weapons caches hidden throughout the city. If there's a terrorist attack, I need to be able to get a flamethrower quick. It's important all our children have this knowledge, too. After all, when the Russians invaded, who saved us, huh? Resourceful and good-looking school kids. That's who. Yeah, life is like a movie. Don't be an extra.
That's a great message. Let's go to
Thank
the
you.
phones now. Chester in Albany, you're on.
This bitch is crazy. I took her urban escape and evasion course so I can know how to get out of a hostage situation. I paid $600 too. You know what she told me to do to escape and bargain for my freedom? Find out who the ringleader is and perform oral sex on him.
It worked for me in the Philippines. Now, look, John, I have traveled the world, except for Australia. That place is fucked. There are a lot of people that hate Americans for no reason, when all we try to do is help them and bring them democracy and bean machine coffee shops for their main streets. Yeah, it is a very scary world we live in, and I want to make sure that kids understand the essentials of survival. You know, how to find water, how to pick locks, how to hack into a classmate's email account and look for blackmail material, how to control these urges you have in your body. Suppress them. Oh, wait, you know, the book, it has songs that kids can sing. Like, it's easy to make a Mercury switch, gonna blow up that stupid bitch. And then some other great kid songs where they sing about waterboarding your parents to find out if they're terrorists.
Next caller, you're on the line with author Abigail Grayson. Speak up, please. Hello?
Hey, Abigail, my kids love your book. I even caught one of them cleaning my gun. I've never seen it so clean. The puzzles are really interesting. And the songs? My kids sing that health song all the time. If your arm's pinned, saw it off, saw it off. And that other one, drinking pee-pee in the desert. Great songs. Fantastic stuff.
Oh, thank you so
so much. Thank you. I teach people to think antisocially. You'll survive longer. Society is a lie.
That's just fantastic. It's
Thank
exactly
you.
how any sensible person feels. You either know you're getting humped by the great steam train of consumer capitalism, or
Yeah.
you're a fool lying to yourself. Let's take another call.
Oh my God, am I on the air? Hi, John. Hi, Abigail. I love the show. You know, Abigail, I tried to make my kid learn the truth about World War II and our government, working through your book chapter by chapter. We colored in swastikas, we visited prison of war camps, we talked about Stalingrad, Hiroshima, and we had a great time. I, for one, loved every minute of it.
Oh, great.
I thought we were really bonding, as the book said we would, but then he turned on me. He called me a crank and a racist and a loser. I seriously think my kid is a government agent paid for by liberals. I think I'm gonna have to drown him or something. I'm at my wit's end.
Drown him. Drown him. If he floats, he's an agent.
Isn't that witches?
Same thing. The FIB was founded by witches. That is what my next book is about. Oh, the witches come into your room. Drown them, they spy for Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom speaks to Congress, and those assholes got us in this mess. All together now, come on, John. Public education
You're
is
too much.
socialism.
Well, we're just about out of
Public
time. Will you be
education.
quiet, you harpy? This has been Conspire. Remember, forget everything you've ever learned. Start each day questioning everything. Your DNA is not your own, and keep your mouth shut. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on. We gotta talk more about my book.
No.
Wait, you said that we're doing promos for my book here.
We're out of time.
I fought my way through the jungle to get here.
We've all had days like that.
Every day is like that, John.
We're not on the air
John, you
anymore.
made me leave my house.
You're wearing body armor. Come on, you gotta get out. We're off
That's 'cause I
the air.
need it in this city. I'm
Where's-
sorry, leaving the house without your body armor on, you gotta be out of your mind, and who knows what kind of lunatics are running around in the studio. Someone! I'm very premenstrual right now!